Hey, literary enthusiasts, welcome back to Ask Literature, your go-to place for all things English literature. Today we're diving into an exciting topic that blends literature, film, theatre, and even games adaptation theory. If you've ever wondered how your favorite book transformed into that blockbuster movie or gripping series, then this video is for you. Let's explore what adaptation is, how it works, and why it continues to play a huge role in how we experience stories across different mediums. Let's start with the basics. Adaptation in the context of literature is when a story moves from one medium to another. It could be a novel turned into a movie, a short story into a play, or even a video game into a TV series. But here's the interesting part. Adaptation is not about copying the original work word for word. It's a creative transformation. The process involves interpreting the original story, finding its core essence, and reimagining it for a new format. While the original text remains a crucial reference, the adaptation might introduce changes, including different plot elements, character modifications, or even stylistic shifts. This is where adaptation theory comes in. Adaptation theory helps us analyze and understand the process of transforming a work from one medium to another. It's not just about pointing out what's different or the same between the book and the film. It goes deeper. Adaptation theory focuses on why those changes were made and how they contribute to the overall narrative experience in the new medium. There are many perspectives within adaptation theory. Some scholars emphasize the fidelity to the original work. This is where debates like, was the movie true to the book or did they ruin the character in the film, come into play. Fidelity is concerned with how accurately an adaptation reflects its source material, but it's not the only aspect to consider. Another key perspective is the interpretive or creative freedom approach. In this view, adaptation is seen as a new creation. The director, writer, or game developer has the freedom to reinterpret the original work, making it relevant for a new audience or a new medium. For example, a Shakespeare play can be adapted into a modern-day political drama or a futuristic dystopia. This flexibility makes adaptation so intriguing. Let's look at some famous examples. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen has been adapted numerous times, from faithful period dramas like the 1995 BBC series to modern reimaginings like Bridget Jones's Diary. In both cases, the core story about love, social status, and personal growth remains, but the interpretation varies based on the intended audience and medium. Another fascinating example is J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson's film adaptation took some liberties. Characters were omitted, certain events were condensed, and new scenes were added for cinematic effect. Yet, it's widely celebrated. Why? Because the adaptation preserved the spirit of the original while making necessary adjustments for the film format. Then there are more experimental adaptations like Westworld, originally a 1973 film written by Michael Crichton, which was readapted into a complex and philosophical TV series. The shift allowed the story to explore deeper themes of consciousness and artificial intelligence, which weren't as prominent in the original. But adaptation isn't always a smooth process. There are inherent challenges when transforming a literary work into another medium. One of the biggest hurdles is time. Books often have intricate plots, subplots, and detailed character development that can span hundreds of pages. Condensing this into a 2-hour film or a short series can be tough. Key elements might be left out or simplified to fit the constraints of the new medium. Another challenge is audience expectation. Fans of the original work often have strong emotional connections to the story. They expect certain scenes, lines, or characters to be represented in specific ways. Filmmakers or showrunners, however, may choose to reinterpret these elements to fit their creative vision, which can sometimes lead to disappointment or backlash from fans. I think about adaptations like the Hobbit trilogy. While Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings was lauded, The Hobbit received mixed reviews. One criticism was that a relatively short book was stretched into 3 lengthy films, introducing new elements that were not part of Tolkien's original narrative. This highlights how delicate the balance between fidelity and creative freedom can be. So why do adaptations matter in the first place? Why not just enjoy the original book, play, or comic? Well, adaptation opens up stories to wider audiences. Not everyone will sit down and read a 500-page novel, but many will watch a 2-hour film or binge a limited series. It makes literature more accessible, often introducing classic stories to new generations. Additionally, adaptations can offer new perspectives. A director, writer, or artist may see themes or ideas in the original work that resonate differently in a new medium. This process of reinterpretation allows stories to evolve, remain relevant, and be experienced in fresh, engaging ways. To wrap things up, adaptation theory is a fascinating way to explore how stories transcend their original forms. It's about understanding not just what changes, but why those changes matter. Whether you're a fan of books, films, plays, or video games, adaptation enriches the way we experience narratives by adding layers of interpretation and creativity. If you enjoyed this deep dive into adaptation theory, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Ask Literature, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our literary explorations. Have a favorite adaptation? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.